What are you making of the gradual pullbacks we've been seeing on the Kenyan markets this week, despite all the market exuberance that seems to be out there?
Well, we did expect a slight correction going towards December. We expect the correction to probably last the whole of December or probably flatten out towards mid-December. I think this is something we usually see as the holiday season approaches, and then it reverses towards mid-January. So we are not surprised at all. And actually, I think we are still seeing quite a lot of activity, and there's a lot of profit taking as well. Of course, with a few deals still on the market, especially the KPLC one, we are also seeing some activity on that counter, really on speculative basis.
Let's take a look at KPLC. I mean, what are you making of its corporate announcement at this stage, positioning itself, where we've got investors positioning themselves ahead of this capital restructuring, overall being seen positive by the market? Your view?
Yeah, my view is that KPLC is trading at a PE of around 5.5, and Kenyan, which is the one who does the generating and is not the only generator of electricity in the country, is trading at a 12 point something PE. And so if I were to even just use PE multiples, I would expect KPLC, which is the only distributor in the country of electricity, to be trading at similar or higher PEs than Kenyan. So given that, and of course given various other factors, being that KPLC is the only distributor of electricity, and also the fact that they are actually doing a lot of electrification, I would expect that investors would be very interested, because being a utility, you do expect that they have a ready market. It's definitely a good buy.
Well, we're looking at that distribution network being extended even further into Ethiopia. What are you making of the company's regional expansion strategy at this stage?
Well, I think the Ethiopia side is, well, quite a bit out of the way. I think we still have a lot of distribution issues in Kenya alone. And I believe that, well, although it is a good thing to go, outside and distribute outside the country, I think they already have their hands full with Kenya in itself as a market. So I believe they already have a very large market. They're already doing a very good job on the ground. We've seen the electrification program, a very successful one, even giving out the power saving bulbs so that they can, sort out the power shortage problems. And yeah, KPLC is actually on the right track, according in my view.
As I highlighted in my market report earlier, lots of foreign interest being shown towards the Kenyan market at this stage. And in yesterday's session specifically, a lot of that attention focused on Kenya Airways specifically, with Kenya Airways accounting for 55% of total market activity. What's the investment case on that count as you see it?
Well, Kenya Airways has opened up a few new routes. They also have changed their hedging strategy, which I thought was a very good move. We heard about that in the announcement last week. They're not hedging for long-term periods. They're hedging in short terms, and they're hedging only just part of their fuel bill. And that, of course, is a good restructuring, because when fuel prices did fall last time, Kenya Airways did see a big loss. They do have a few problems on the staff side, and they also have escalating staff costs, which they need to take care of. But I think their results were pretty impressive, and I believe that that's one of the reasons why we are seeing that renewed interest in Kenya Airways.
Are you a buyer in Kenya Airways right now?
I would be a buyer, and if I already had them, I would hold until towards June next year to see which way it goes.
How much more room are you looking at this price being able to run?
Well, Kenya Airways has a tendency to be quite volatile, and so I would be looking on the upside of something like 15%, and of course on the downside I would put a stop loss at between 7 and 10%, just to be sure it doesn't go the other way.